I've lived on the edge of anxiety always, but no pills for me. Mom's soul crumpled under their influence. It was heartbreaking and ironic. She was unable to discern what was happening because of what was happening. I wanted some natural way to handle stress. Started reading books on meditation. Supposedly a life-changing experience. But I still don't get it. There's got to be more to it than just sitting and breathing. I'm better at moving and breathing. Once we get settled, maybe I'll find a class or group. There are plenty of options here in the Bay Area. Maybe in a couple weeks. I turned 46 this year, and I feel like I'm getting stronger, not older. Good, because biking the hills around here is going to take some serious muscle. So many of the people I know, not that I have many friends, because I don't, and none out here in California, are slowing down, putting on weight, complaining about how hard it is to stay on a diet, or how they have no time to exercise. It's expensive to keep buying clothes to keep up with weight changes, etc.
Hi, I'm Amy Shannon from Amy's Bookshelf Reviews, and I wanted to share my review of the audiobook from Becky Parker Geist called The Left Turn, Two Lives World Apart. It's a pretty amazing story. I've read the print book and then I listened to the audiobook. I do recommend, however, if you read a print book and then it comes out on audio, to also buy the audiobook um, and listen to it, because there's something about what the narration does. And you can just kind of sit back and relax or listen to it while you're doing housework, while you're in the car during traffic, things like that, as long as you don't get distracted. Um, or you're going for a walk, they pretty much endless of where you can listen to audiobooks. Um, and just a side note for Becky Parker Geist, she is actually the CEO of Pro Audio Voices, and they create audiobooks which are different from your typical audiobooks. I kind of see them or listen to them, and they're kind of like plays on audio, just audio plays where um, you're very engaged in listening to the narrators, and sometimes, a lot of times, there's more than one. In this particular book, Becky is one of the narrators, and J.S. Arquin, excuse me, I hope I get that right, is another narrator. This book is about, well, it's kind of sci-fi-ish, and it's also about self-discovery. In a nutshell, um, just a quick overview of what the book is about. Um, we're introduced to Hannah. Um, she's a 46-year-old author, and she has anxiety, and her partner as like he is in such turmoil and head over heels in grief because of his brother's death. Both of them are trying to find some kind of peace. And then one day, um, they decide to go out on a bike ride, um, and something happens. Um, you know, they take a left turn based off their decision, and then they both end up into a world that is different from the one they've been living. So this is a very interesting book, and I really like the way that it was put together in both the print and the audiobook. Um, so I'm going to give my review 5 stars. Becky Parker Geist tells a wonderful self-discovery story in the left turn, two lives worlds apart. Hannah and James both plagued with demons of their past and anxiety in the search for peace. I haven't listened to anything from this author before, but I really enjoy it. And I continue to listen to audiobooks because she also narrates a lot of other authors' audiobooks. Um, just as a side note, I did read the print version of this story and enjoyed it, but I also enjoyed the audiobook, especially with two narrators, one being the author herself. This book is well told and the characters are engaging and realistic. Imagine if everything you knew and remembered all of a sudden, oof, was gone and you're living a new life. I can imagine having to build a new life from especially if it's someone that you have never been. Um, we all change as we grow up. But there's certain innate things inside of us that don't change. And now we're in a whole new world and we're not even ourselves. So I can't imagine, but with this story, the trials and triumphs and the search for themselves while dealing with the blur of their past is what this makes the story so unique and very intense. It's one of the books that grab you from the start and pulls you in. Geist has a great imagination and it's definitely unputdownable. It's a great story to follow and try to figure out what will happen next. And even though I already read it and I knew what was going to happen, I listened to it as a with a new perspective. So it was like um, a whole new book, even though the story is the same, but just how the narration and you get lost into it. It's just like listening to a whole new story. So I recommend the audiobook and the digital book or print book, The Left Turn, Two Lives World Apart by author Becky Parker Geist. So this has been Amy Shannon and another video book. So thank you.